Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe with OMGRC here. So, this is my first kit. Well, it's not my first kit, but it's been a very long time since I've had an actual kit to put together instead of all these RTR, RC vehicles. So, I'm really excited about this one. So, I figure I'd go ahead and just do kind of unbox it and also see, what you guys kind of think about the car. Do you like kits? Do you not like kits? As far as are they intimidating? I think it's really cool as far as this one. This kind of brings back just childhood because I had a Grasshopper too, and this is the actual motor from the my Grasshopper too. That's pretty much the end of it because the fact that, well, I beat the crap out of mine, so there's nothing left of it. I'm not sure what color I want to paint this, if I want to kind of keep it true to the actual picture that's on there or just do something completely different. Also, painting skills aren't up to par as far as doing any of that stuff, but I figure I'd go ahead and let's just go ahead and crack into this. Now, that as far as Tamiya, however you want to say it, commemorating their 30th anniversary as far as being established in the United States, so very cool on that part of it since I think 1989. This is actually part of a team associated. But let me go ahead and I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit because this is live, so I figure, well, on live, things change, adjustments need to be made. So that's what's up. All right, hope you guys can see that. And I haven't even broke the seal on this thing or anything like that, but very cool. They're very inexpensive as far as, they're like 100 and let's say, we'll call it 140, but it's actually a little bit less than that anyhow. But I definitely like it. You can see the chassis that's on here because obviously I have to put this thing all together anyhow. So there's gonna be some work ahead of doing all this anyhow. I don't think it really takes that long. It looks like it's all Phillips screws that are in here. That's not going to be for me to do it as of right now, but it's just going to go ahead and open it up. You guys can kind of experience that, with me. So I'm going to go ahead and just tear this thing open like it's Christmas. All right. So are you guys eyeballing one of these? You thought about it, or like, oh, I don't want one of those vehicles, or you do, or not really sure about these. I don't think it's going to be one of those cars I'm going to actually run much of, just because of the fact that, well, this looks cool, and it's not really a beater kind of car anyhow. All right, so let's get into this, because you guys are probably viewing like, okay, we just want to see what's in this thing then. See all the little bits and pieces. The body top, as far as... Okay, let's go over this. Electronic speed controller. Here, I'm going to show you guys a little bit. Wish I could kind of tilt that a little bit more for you, so you can see what's all in there. Try not to get that glare. Right there. All right. So electronic speed controller is kind of cool because it can actually run a LiPo, can run a LiPo as well, but it can actually run a brushless system or a brushed motor. So that's kind of cool in that. Now it comes in the kit as far as it does come with a brushed motor anyhow. The chassis itself. I'm not going to really take anything out because I want to keep everything together just because of the fact that, well, I mean, I know what a chassis is, but just kind of keeping it organized more or less. But it's very rigid as far as the chassis goes anyhow. I'm not sure what the kind of plastic that they use or anything like that, but it does have like a stamp of 2013, so that's kind of interesting. All right, so let's see. The body top, I know it's kind of hard to see it possibly, but very cool looking. That Mustang looks mean, aggressive. See if we can kind of see that a little bit more. And it's one thing that's nice too, already cut out. I don't have to go through it as far as with the X-Acto knife or do anything like that, so very cool. Man, I'm super excited about it. And as far as the body top goes, it's not like one of those hard ones like you would know, like as far as you usually see as far as Tamiya, whatever, or Tamiya, where they're really, really, really rigid. So this one's nice, a little Lexian body, I guess it is, or something. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on any of that. All right, so all your parts, your springs and everything like that. Now they're not, and of course they're bushings too. Let's see if you can, without getting so much of a glare. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it, guys. I'm sorry. And I don't really want to take everything out of there. But yeah, you got your motor in there. They call it a torque tuned. That's kind of funny. It's in there. So not bad. Small motor. Let me see as far as with, yeah, they haven't changed. Same size motor as far as like back in the, I think I got my Grasshopper. It might have been like late 80s. I think it's like somewhere right around in that time frame. Because I was already in middle school when I got mine. Undecided what to get. HPI. Oh, okay. So, hey, Rich, if you're, stay tuned, man. As far as when it, let me see if I can get your chat back up. Oh, cool, man. Kizzle. I guess it makes. Okay. And Flyer RC, hey, what's going on? Looks dope. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. As far as Rich, I was gonna tell you too. Either the HPI. Okay, so that's something. The HPI, stay tuned for that one. I got an HPI coming. It's gonna be the Porsche 911. So yeah, cool about that. Bushings, like I said, that were in here. Yeah, the springs. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go ahead and tilt that so you can see all of that. Whoa, what the heck is that? The rear end of it? Okay. Again, I'm not really, I don't know, I've never, that's weird. Okay, let me look at this. I don't know what that is. It might be like oh, maybe it's something that goes, oh, I think these get cut out right here is what it is. And you stick that over there, kind of give you that three-dimensional. I think that's what it is. Could be wrong about that, and that's like the front too. I think that's what they're doing. Kind of give that, yeah, so, okay. I think I saw something on it too, just to kind of give you a little bit more depth on it. All right, and then as far as, man, what is, again, man, I haven't had a kit in so long, man, so excuse me, I'm just like, it's all fresh to me. I hope maybe to some of you guys as well. You have your rotors that are there, so that's kind of cool. All these little bits and pieces that are here. Man, I'm really excited about this thing, man, because, you know, it's like that childhood experience, man. You got your tires with it and everything. They are slicks, but they're not, you know, obviously they're soft and everything like that too. So that's cool on that part. You got your rims, you got your spoiler for the rear, your wing. Looks awesome. You even got your side mirrors that are in here. Sorry if too many upgrades to, oh yeah, to the Fortec. Yeah, I'm sure. Sorry if I'm not seeing everything while I'm doing this. Oh, what color are you thinking about painting the body? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. Because the fact that I was thinking about like the original, but the gray, I don't know. I really want to have something. I want to have something a little bit brighter, to be honest with you. You prefer? Oh, Rich, you prefer the kit? Yeah, man. I haven't had a kit in so long, man. It's like, man, it's kind of refreshing to think. Oh, now I get to build something. So very cool on that part of it. So suspension arm, I can see as far as that one. That looks like other parts for the actual. You got your suspension arms. I'm just trying to decipher all this stuff as far as what's in here. These are the shocks. So these are like I'm trying to think of what those are called. Anyway, but they're not like any kind of nice shocks or anything. That they're not static shocks. I'm trying to think of what they are. Anyway, but yeah, they're not oil-filled shocks or anything like that. And I can't, for whatever the life of me, I cannot think of the actual name of what they call those shocks that are just a spring. So it'd be really bouncy on that part of it. Alright, so we get some also, okay, so cool. Not bad. Sorry if you can see that a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see some of that. Alright, let's see, what else we get in here? Alright, so I see like battery strap. This is probably for the actual, your receiver, what have you. So motor mount, looks like motor mount adjustments, possibly something like that. Sorry if it is dark or something like that. It's definitely a little bit, I can see that it's a little bit dark for whatever reason in the picture. Or the video. The rims, those rims look pretty cool. They're kind of a, no, they're definitely gray. I was just matching it up to see if that was any difference on that part of it. But yeah, it is gray, the rims on there. So cool. You get the little bumper too, as far as very stiff bumper that's on there. So cool. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Stickers, lots of stickers. I bet you got to cut out all those stickers. I like the stickers that you can actually just kind of peel. But these, you have to go by and cut it all out. You see that? All right, so I think that's what they're doing with this part of it here. Yeah, you got to cut, so you got to paint all that in there, and then basically cut those out with your Lexan scissors and stuff like that. That's cool. Hey man, but it's been a long time, so it'll be cool just to kind of sit there. I don't know if I'll do a video on it. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know. Like, oh, you want to do a video on it? We want to see it. You know, it'd be like a time lapse because it'd be like, oh my gosh, it'd be so boring. Sitting there like building everything. So I'm not sure. Maybe you could do like little bits and pieces or something like that of it. But very cool. As far as the instructions and everything like that go. So we know we got a motor. So you definitely need, you know, a servo. You're going to need a radio, a receiver. And they already provided with the motor, so that's cool. And the electronic speed controller. Again, I'm not going to make this any kind of speed machine or anything like that. But well, it looks like they're, I think Tamiya, whatever. Their stuff has been pretty always well documented. I mean, I was like, I think I was like 6th grade or something like that, 5th or 6th grade when I got my car. So I mean, it wasn't complicated. I had no problems putting it together. So I don't remember any frustration with any. I think they're like, it takes about an hour to do or something like that. You can put it all together. So, man, I could definitely put it together in one of those live videos. Man, that one I did, it was like 4 hours. I did a live video on a Friday. That was crazy. Okay, so I think this is what they're just showing about. All right, cool. Definitely cool. Showing you how to paint it, all that good fun stuff. Anyway, I don't want to kind of bore you too much with it, but I figured I'd at least do a live video and show you guys. Looks like off, and get like a certificate in here, it looks like. So, okay, commemorating the 30th anniversary. Okay, established. Okay, Tamiya. So that's cool. Very cool. 1990, 89. Okay, that's when it was established. So cool. Definitely like it. I like that little heritage that they kind of, you know, it's cool with the sticker as well. Sorry there. But very nice. And again, like this, here's the deal. We had only a couple of these things anyhow. When I noticed that as far as where I get them through HRP, so they sell all this stuff. It's how my distributor that I go through, along with other distributors as well. And they had only a couple of them. I was like, I didn't even get a notification letting me know that, hey, we got a few of these in. Like, and I was like, there was only like 3 left, and I snagged one of them up. Because I'm like, well, first of all, it's inexpensive to buy, and it's going to be a fun little build anyhow. And the car looks sick anyway with, you know, Mustangs. I love the Mustang anyhow. So, definitely cool as far as all this stuff. As far as those bushings and stuff like that, that might be something I might be like, before I build it, maybe I'll do some upgrades to the bearings, you know, put bearings in here or something like that too. I'm not 100% sure. Because again, if I'm not going to run it much, why invest too much more into it, right? Let me see if you guys have been talking or saying anything. Sorry if I've been kind of... How much was it? It was it's $138 shipped. Not bad at all. I mean, that's what we sell them at. It's like $138.40 is what it is. Spring. Let's see here. I think only thing is... Oh, okay. Let's see. Like, yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see. You prefer like yellow? Oh, okay. So, as far as colors go, I don't know if you were saying about like yellow or something like that too. Samber. I think that was Samber. I've already had the Audi. Oh, you had a custom. Okay, Richard. Nice. Oh, you had a custom painted one. Oh, Rich D. I'm looking at. I'm just sorry. I'm kind of going back over some of your. What you guys are kind of chatting. I think you guys are kind of chatting between yourselves a little bit too, maybe. If you guys are looking for the Audi R8 or the Audi, sorry, I keep saying that, man. I'm gonna get it correct eventually. But yeah, this is cool, man. Definitely. What do you guys think about the kit? Kind of like, I mean, I guess it's one of those things like. It's hard to say as far as when it comes to it, because it's like, oh, well, you know, depends on your budget and everything else like that. But if it's something like, oh, I just want to build something like that, you know, not really going to run it too much, I guess you can. Some people said there are pretty good chassis that are on here. So I'm not, again, it's been so long. I mean, I'm like, it's been probably 20 years, probably just about 20 years since I've had one of these. So definitely cool on that part of it. They packed this thing in there really good too, because you know how it is when you unpack something, then you have to pack it all back in. You're like, no, you can't put it all back together. That's gonna have to go on the bottom. But the body on this thing, definitely liking it. Let's see if how's it stack up to. I'm gonna grab my Hellcat here, so you guys can kind of see. I'm just trying to do a comparison a little bit. So yeah, it's a little bit. Let's see if we can move this. That thing out of the way. And I do like, I mean, okay, so it's not, yeah, it's pretty much the same on that part. It's not, yeah, that's not, yeah, same length. Pretty sleek. Not bad at all. All right, let's see if you guys have any other questions or anything like that, or what's going on. But I will have an HPI. As far as that creator kit that you're talking about, Rich, too. Let's see. I like the. If you're talking about getting the kit or something like that. Oh, okay. You guys are talking about that HPI. I bought one, but it was like the Porsche body top that, or the what is that? The RS4. I was actually expecting it to be here today, but it didn't show up. So I got more stuff that's coming anyhow for you guys as far as for this channel, so that we kind of keep it definitely, like I said, fresh. So keep it kind of rotating. But yeah, the HPI, I want to get some other HPI stuff, but at the time, yeah, I just want to get something that was at least that's quick, and that's why I went with that Porsche, that 911. You can see it from the front here too. I know I got this car in there, but very cool on that part of it. Here, we'll get this just in case there's some true fans and like, oh man, what are you doing with that? The Hellcat, the Dodge, man. Let's see that Mustang. But yeah, definitely cool on that part of it. So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna do another live video. It's gonna be on Friday, since I do live videos on Friday. That I will have. I'll put that on there as well. Maybe we can kind of come up with some ideas. Yeah, appreciate that, Kizzle. I'm sorry if that, or Garrett, we'll go with the Porsche looks good. Yeah, I went with that one as far as Rich. I went with the one that's already painted and everything like that. I thought about that, the Creators Edition or whatever, but they sold out so quick, and it seemed like, I'm trying to think of some of the guys that are there that are painting them all up anyhow. They just seem like they want them like, oh man, I love the way the cars sound in real life as well too. So I was just actually watching 1320 not today, so watching Mustangs and everything else running. So yeah, definitely cool on that part of it. But anyway, I love muscle cars, imports, everything. So if it's fast, I'm pretty much probably gonna like it, unless it's just complete hideous. But you know, but yeah, all those different cars. So yeah, man, you guys can. But on Friday, I'll go ahead and do it, and we can say, hey, you know, I'm kind of thinking of some ideas. Hey, what's up, Fast RC? Thanks for the, oh yeah, like the Mustang. Trying to figure out as far as what kind of color we should do this exactly, because I don't know if I want to go with that metallic gray that's on there, even though it looks really good, but I'm not 100% sure. There's definitely some points of where you can color. Sorry, I just banged the mic there too. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Again, matte gray, yeah, painted on the outside. That would probably not go. I don't know how well that would be. I think so. I got the red here. Hold on 1 second here. I'm gonna unflip for a second so if the mic kind of gets scratchy. Sorry. All right, right here. My lightning's a little bit beat up, but I'm gonna move this mic again. So sorry if it goes. I'm gonna try not to do that, but all right. So since you're asking about the lightning, yeah, I've kind of flipped it a few times and it got beat up a little bit. But if you're looking at that, let's see if I can kind of see it a little bit. I mean, wheel to wheel, you can kind of see, kind of stick that on top for you. You can see that that body top would actually be okay. So you could definitely do that if that was your question too. You know, make that fit right on there, because that body top's actually awesome. I wouldn't mind having that on a vehicle that like, oh, I just want to go ahead and put this body top right on there. You might have to get different post or something as far as body post. Maybe not. You might be wrong. You might actually get away with just using the stock body posts that are on there. But definitely on as far as on the Lightning, it dips down quite a bit, so I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay, let's see if we can take this body top off. Instead of trying to make it fit, let's see if it can. We got a clear body. There you go, boom. Hopefully that helps a little bit. That thing will fit on there perfect. As far as the body post, that'd be the only thing I would say that you're not going to be able to get away with it. Those body posts are going to be a little short. Might have to come up with something else to make them a little bit longer. You might be able to, if you trim the bottom here a little bit, then you might be able to get away with the back. I don't see there being too much, but again, you might have to trim a little bit as well. But everything lines up perfect on there. So now you can see. That's cool. Glad you asked that too, because now you guys know. Oh yeah, there you go. Using magnet body mount. Oh, you know what? That's a great idea, Rich. Yeah, man. That way you don't have to cut through there, because that's the thing that's so bad about it. Especially if it's going to be one of those cars you're not going to really drive very fast. Even though the magnets are pretty strong too. That's a great idea, man. Write that down. Magnet body clips. I'll see. I wonder if you can. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll have to remember that one. Cool, man. So yeah, that's it. I don't want that to, I don't want the lightning to steal the show here, you know, but definitely cool as far as those parts go. Digging it. Old motor. Cool, man. You guys have any other questions or anything like that? I definitely appreciate everybody tuning in too, man. I'm looking for a scale. I'm just kind of going back over stuff. Yeah, blue. Okay, Garrett. Yeah, as far as blue, sorry, I was kind of going back over some of this stuff. Yeah, there's all different color choices, so it's hard for me to really determine one. I mean, honestly, if it was like, if I was picking out a car, it'd probably be black. Like, oh, I'll do it black, but that's kind of, I want something that has that metallic that's in there that makes it definitely pop, or some color that's going to make it pop a little bit. So I'll look through some colors. I don't know if I'll go with the true, yeah, I'll have to see what's all out there when it comes to that. Because I'm not sure when I'm going to build this exactly. It'll probably be the weekend or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You guys can let me know. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, and I carry that as far as the space sticks, or however you say that. Oh, how much is a steering servo, or a servo and a controller? I mean, honestly, I have them, and you can get them for like less than $30 for both. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see here. I'm thinking, because you would need a receiver. So you need a few things as far as you need your radio, you need a receiver, and you need a servo. So those would be the three things that you would need, and obviously a battery too, and a charger if you didn't have that stuff already. So that would be the things that you would need. And it probably says it here. They kind of show you here as far as those requirements go. You know, these are the things that you need. Obviously, you guys probably already know that, but if someone was just tuning in and watching it, like, oh, okay, so those are the requirements that you need. Obviously, you're looking a little bit more into it. So honestly, as far as you breaking it all down, and you're like, okay, well, that's the $138 or 100, let's say 140. You know, it's one of those kits like, you know, yeah, you can buy a Lightning or whatever as far as one of those other cars, and you're almost in that same price range. But it's a kit, and you know, it's a Mustang, and you know, as far as, I don't know, there's a difference when it comes to that price too. You know, like, okay, I understand it. Okay, $140. It's a kit. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be something to build. You can customize it a little bit there to kind of do your own thing, and you know, they're definitely good as far as Tamiya. So I like that. I'll say Tamiya too, just to kind of keep it back and forth a little bit. But yeah, I'm definitely checking it out as far as like the diff housing that's in there, all the different gears. They're plastic gears and stuff like that are in here as well. But again, I'm not really sure. I haven't really thought too much in regards to the color. To be honest with you, I'm like, oh, that gray looks cool, and I saw there's RC some, I forget what it was. Yeah, they definitely did, Rich. They definitely started the hobby, and that's where I started with too. Like, with my, again, the Grasshopper too. I definitely putting that together. You know, just kind of starting out. Everything is, the instructions look to be very well laid out. I mean, these guys are professionals when it comes to doing all that stuff and making it super easy for you to figure everything out. So, and again, like I said, when I was just a kid at the time, I had no problems. I had no like, oh, you know, needing help or anything like that. Again, I was like probably 10 or, I don't know, it's probably about 11 or 12. So, I mean, that's a good age. Or younger. Doesn't really matter. Oh, yeah, okay, as far as the Chevy. There's so many, oh man, there's so many different RC vehicles when it comes to even just Tamiya. All those different ones that are out there. Man, they have a lot of different RC vehicles. There's like JP Slayer. Oh, he's saying about, okay, the Slayer. It's on your maybe list as far as getting one. Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I definitely appreciate everybody. I'm seeing. I would have more. Well, I'm gonna have more stuff here. I'll kind of get, since it's live right now, I'll kind of give you guys a little bit. Because some people were asking about as far as DHK hobby. We have a promotion going on anyhow. Do you want to have the eBay? Oh. Do you have? I have an eBay store. Yeah, I do. Actually, you just OMGRC. That's the eBay store. I don't have a lot of stuff that's on there for. I have some stuff that's RC related. I have some radios. I don't have any servos or anything like that. No batteries or anything like that. Because eBay takes kind of a chunk out of it. like that 10% or whatever, even though I have the store. But I just sell odds and ends stuff most of the time. And then sometimes I'll throw some RC stuff out there. I'm going to have some other RC vehicles up for sale here anyway, besides obviously just on the OMGRC website. Oh, okay, cool, man. Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, there's just a little bit. I'm trying to think of, just again, like the radios, the receiver. There's that part of it. I'm trying to think of. I got some wheels that are on there from the Gen 8. So that's all Gen 8 related. That means the Red Cat stuff. As far as what's on the actual eBay store, along with, like I said, odds and ends stuff, cell phones and whatever else that's on there, used stuff, and some new stuff that's on there. But yeah, it's not really OMG or RC exactly related. It's just in general. But yeah, I'm digging as far as the body top on there. I'm trying to think of what would be good. I mean, to have any kind of bright color, like, you know, like a green or something, that would be kind of like, whoa, not. It's like that bright green that they had at one point in time, but I wouldn't do anything like that I'm aware of. I'm going to have to look through the color palette and kind of look and see what really kind of catches my attention. I do like the gray there, but I just don't want to have the same exact thing that everybody else is going to paint them or something. I definitely wanted something different. It would be, you know what would be really cool if I can't, I say I can't, I have not tried, but if I could, it would be cool to have like this to be an OMGRC, you know, like something on the side, but it would be cool looking. I like flames, so flames coming across and then some kind of OMGRC. That'd be kind of cool on something like that. Just to have like a real mascot, more or less, to say, okay, well, this is like the car of OMGRC, you know, just to have it where it's customized paint job. That'd be really cool. I have a buddy that said he's like, oh, I'll paint something, but I'm not sure what he does or how well he does it. Oh, stripes. Oh, this, I don't know. As far as stripes in it, you mean as far as to put a stripe in that thing? Like, you mean like the center stripes or something? It's almost like, yeah, I think some of those have stickers that are in there too. Yeah, so I mean, some of those stickers there kind of go with the actual car itself, like, but whatever. Most of it's all black and white, and then there's just a little bit of blue here and there. So, I don't know. We'll have to see about that one, but I'm definitely digging it. I'll show that again, too. Sorry, I'm not sure where to stop at, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of listening, you know, what you guys are talking about and the ideas, so I definitely appreciate that one. Let's see. Oh, but I was going to tell you guys, too, as far as DHK Hobbies, that's a promotion that's going on. So if you want to, if you guys are interested in a car, man, they're really good deals right now at OMGRC. You know, you just jump over to our website. If you're looking for something like that, I'm going to be having them on the channel, too, just to kind of let people know a little bit more about DHK Hobbies, or Hobby. You know, they have a promotion that's really good. It's really good as far as for the, you know, as far as us me being a dealer. But then for you guys too, like I have the Maximus, $90 off. So we're talking, instead of it being like $389, it's $299 on the website right now, until Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that is definitely a really good deal. I actually had someone purchased a Zombie and some other cars as well. So I was like, and I purchased a few of them just because the fact that they're really good deals right now. And I even saw it on, what is his name? Kevin's huge as far as one on his YouTube channel, but he was doing one on Maximus. So, and I've driven one with JTRC. He let me drive his Maximus, the DHK. So I was like, that thing's pretty good. So, I mean, I'm not really that brutal on my cars. So that's another thing. I'm like, okay, I don't know how good the durability is, and this depends on how much I want to kind of, I guess if I take it to the skate park or something like that, and I start not talking about the Mustang, but as far as some of the other stuff, the Maximus or something like that, jumping it around. There's some other cars. I might keep one car, because once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway for like an RC vehicle. So I might hold on to one of those vehicles and do it as a giveaway. But I think it's kind of like just a thank you, and I might do some other stuff as well once we get to that 1,000 subscribers. Just, you know, it's just kind of like, it's a milestone. That would be cool. So we're almost at halfway anyway, and I've only been really kind of kicking butt at this for the last just a couple months. So not too bad. So I'm pretty happy with it all. So anyway, Let's see if you guys had any other questions or anything like that. What's the top speed motor? Oh, sorry, man. I guess I'm kind of missing some of this stuff. Let's see here. Paint and candy apple. That sounds really good as far as Daryl. Painted candy apple purple. Washed yay. Huh. What's the top speed of the motor from the kit? I'm gonna say the kit. I would say as far as these go, I wouldn't think it would even break 20 miles an hour. I could be wrong, but I did see like a running video of one of them running, and it wasn't that quick. So they say it's torque tuned. So I don't know. Again, I'm not expecting much performance out of the motor. I didn't expect. I guess the grass. When you're a kid and it's like it's like one of your faster cars because you had a Tyco car. It was a buggy at the time, and you ran that, and they're like, oh, this thing you can put it to fast or slow and adjust it. That was your transmission adjustment on the back of it. Excuse me. You know, that took like 8 AA's to run that sucker. Something like that at the time. And then once you go to the Grasshopper 2, I was like, wow, man, this thing's so much faster. You know, from going from maybe 8 miles an hour with that Tyco to something that goes like 15 or maybe 20 miles an hour, possibly somewhere right around there. So definitely a step. So I would say this thing probably does somewhere close to like 20 miles an hour. Maybe with the LiPo, and it might actually bump it up a little bit, you know, maybe to that 20 miles an hour. It's hard to say. They're plastic gears. Yeah, JP. Yeah, I was kind of looking through that too, and I even saw a video on it. So they're plastic bushing. You know, you got plastic bushings. You have, looks like brass bushings that are in there as well. So they have like the upgrades. You know, it's like, oh man. And I kind of know that, you know, they're pretty much notorious for giving you bushings and plastic bushings nonetheless. At least with this kit here. Again, it's not a real expensive kit, but it is in a price range where it's like other companies are putting ball bearings and some other stuff that's in there. But again, it's kind of one of those nostalgic things, I guess, for myself growing up and, you know, getting into the hobby, that it's not all about performance. It's more just kind of hitting home more or less when it comes to the RC vehicle when you're going to build a kit. And maybe if you're, you know, as far as like, oh, you and your son or your friends or whatever like that, and like, hey, we want to, you know, build a kit. I don't know. You know, those are just kind of one of those kind of building memories on things like this that you know, not just pull it out of the box and you just run it. You know, you take your time, you build it, you know how it was put together. I think that's the main thing I'm kind of getting at with the kits too. You get that hands-on experience more or less instead of tearing it apart after the fact and you're like, I don't know how to put it all back together because it's exploitive view and there's like everything everywhere. So yeah. Would you recommend this kit for a beginner getting into the RC hobby? Honestly, I would say, yeah, I would recommend this for someone that's getting into the hobby. There's some other, now granted, you know what, here's the thing. I guess if you rewind that and you say, okay, you know, back in like the 90s or into the 80s, these were kind of the kits anyhow, not like the Mustang, but like the Grasshoppers and what have you. And then there was Team Associated that I started getting into. So as far as these kits, but I think you could get with some other kits as well, but if it depends on what they want to do, right? Because there's so many other vehicles, but if it's a kit that you want to build, I think this is cool. Okay, you get the learning experience of painting the body, you get all the tools, you know, you're putting it all together. You know, if it's just for yourself, you need to get a motor. So you're going to start learning everything about the actual hobby itself when you buy this kit. So that way you're familiar. Now I know how to work on a vehicle. I feel comfortable with it. So I would say, yes, this is probably a good idea just because you get that hands-on experience with everything throughout it. So now you're understanding the servos, the electronic speed controller, the motor itself, the gears. So yeah, it's definitely a good experience. And that's how I kind of worked my way to doing it this way. And then you work up to something better and you know, it's more powerful. So I think it's a great stepping stone for somebody that's new into the hobby. Absolutely. It's a good question too. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm digging as far as it goes anyway. All right, guys. Yeah, man. I'm trying to think if there's what else you guys have any other questions or anything like that? Oh, okay. So let's see. Phoenix here says he's learning the drift with the 4-wheel drive. Yeah, I'm still learning that as well. There's a video that I did with the actual. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one here. So this has drift tires that are on there. Since we're talking about it, and I just grabbed it over. It's pretty cool. I'm not really that great at drifting or anything like that, so it's definitely all surfaces are going to require a different amount of attention to drifting. You know, like I was drifting on an open parking lot. See, you have a lot of flexibility as far as that, and that's where I would kind of really start in your driveway or whatever. And it doesn't require much space, so that's another thing that's kind of nice about drifting too. You don't need a lot of space to do it. You know, your parking lot, you know, as long as it's fairly smooth. You know, once you have kind of rough, if you have an area like your driveway's kind of rough, then I would definitely, you want to go somewhere where the surface is smooth, because it kicks your car around and then it kind of gets aggravating when you're trying to drift something and get a clean line going and you're hitting things that are spinning your car out. So that would definitely, actually my buddy, as far as Brandon with Fresh Squeeze RC, he went to a drift course. It was like his first time, but when I watch him on video too, he does really well as far as like in the parking lot or any places like that. But then once you get onto an actual drift course, there's a lot of focus that needs to happen to achieve those lines, and you know, controlling the throttle and everything like that too. So definitely cool. And you know, these cars can achieve those kind of drifts anyhow. So if you are looking for one, or I don't see there being any drawbacks with that. I know that some of those other ones, the wheels turn even more, but I would say you can still drift with these cars. So definitely cool. Okay, so I'm just looking over the comments a little bit. Yeah, man. So it's definitely, as far as JP, it would be, you know, it is a fun build as far as that goes too. First kit. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely, you know, I've been in the hobby for, I'd say for quite a long time, but then I had like a gap that was in between for a while. You know, just going through high school, and you having your car and, you know, your friends. So there was like a gap between all that. And then you know, over the time I bought a nitro vehicle, and then I kind of started in the last few years here, probably about 4 or 5 years, really kind of got back into the hobby more. And, you know, because it's kind of like been my passion. It's one of those things that you just kind of get drawn back into. So yeah, definitely cool. And then when I saw this kit, I was like, oh man, okay, I want this kit because I want to build something. So that's definitely cool. And you know, my hands are constantly moving. And so that's another thing. It's like, oh, I want to be tinkering with something. So definitely cool. Let's see here. But yeah, if you guys, again, I'll have some more fresh stuff here coming up here in the next couple days when it comes to RC vehicles. So again, I'm going to have, so you guys let me know. Let me know. I'm going to do a live video. I'll do a live video here on Friday. So if you guys are tuning in now, just to kind of FYI, we'll have the live stream on Fridays. And I've been doing Fridays for at least 6 or 7 weeks now, maybe more. I lost count, honestly. But one of these days I'll do a live video, maybe running some RC vehicles or something like that. But as of right now, it's usually kind of static. You know, just talking about showcasing some of the cars that have been on the channel more recently. And there's been like the Audi R8. It's been a very popular vehicle. I'm looking at it right now behind me. But that's kind of recapping things, what people kind of like. I know as far as crawling goes, there's that interest in that. I know is like, some people enjoy it. I get it. I mean, I enjoyed it as you run it, but it's one of those things like, it's sometimes like for me, it's like watching football. I don't really want to watch it, but I don't mind playing it. But when it comes to, it's kind of the same thing with crawling. It's like maybe you don't really want to watch it, but you would like to actually do the crawling. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But you guys can let me know on the Friday too. Maybe I'll come up with some other colors possibly. Don't hold me to that. But I will go ahead and try and see if I can come up with some colors for that. And then you guys can let me know in regards to the actual body. You know, hey, I want to see you do a build on it. Okay, well maybe, I don't know if it's going to be like a X amount of weeks that we start doing a build on it, or just kind of like, just get it done and over with, let's see it put together. So I don't know. It depends on how much we can keep people's attention on doing a build. I don't know. They're pretty short, and I seen him with Hemi Storm. He was doing a build on a HPI, the RS4, and I watched him, and it was like only like 5 minutes long. I was like, oh man, you know, kind of wanting more, like kind of like, man, come on, I just want to see it all built. So if you guys are kind of like me, it's like just I want to see it all put together, or at least show it all in one video. So that's something else too. Anyway, I think I've kind of rambled on for a little bit on this vehicle. But, you know, I figured I'd kind of answer questions, kind of go over stuff again with the sales with the DHK. Definitely, if you guys are on the fence for something like that, I will have those on here soon, so we can kind of check those out a little bit. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know before I kind of end it up here. But I definitely appreciate everybody giving me the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it so much, definitely. I'll probably have to start, I know I'm going to have to start doing like a more in your face, like as far as videos too, where you guys kind of see me a little bit, so that way you kind of get those reactions a little bit as far as me making faces or something. I don't know. But for right now, I just wanted the kind of the cars to be the show and not just, you know, looking at me, more or less on focusing on the cars, because that's pretty much what I always look for, is the cars themselves. All right, guys. Well, I definitely appreciate it. I know you guys are just checking out everything right now, kind of noting what was going on, but I definitely appreciate it. Also, if you are new here, definitely consider subscribing and check out OMGRC for all your hobby goodness. Anyways, until next time, this is Joe with OMGRC. You guys take care, and again, thank you very much for tuning in and leaving those comments. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you, Rich.